Harry's story. I read with interest Harry's story, but the ghostwriter did not seem to be Harry. So I then found Harry's own voice interviews with several TV stations, 60 Minutes being one, and I felt much more convinced. His responses were very intelligent. I was at one time on Meghan's side because life with the royal family never seemed easy. Diana made that clear when she gave her own interview, marriage of three, etc. However, I later realized that poor Harry, deeply in love with his wife, became worried about media's dreadful coverage. He blamed them for his mother's death and was so afraid history would repeat itself. So then Meghan decided to arrange a TV interview with Oprah, whose star power seemed to excite her. She was heard to say, "But it's Oprah, Harry. She will win over the audience." No, another bad idea, Meghan. It was a disaster for the royal family, whom she exposed with private stories. Meghan and Harry were expecting their first child. Meghan claimed that a member of the royal family questioned what color the baby's skin would be. Oprah's traumatic reaction suggested looked like racism. Harry confirmed the story was said, but he would not tell who said it. Later, his wife copied Diana by saying she didn't want to live. Well, one cannot forget that he married an actress, and she probably put her side of the story over convincingly. Poor Harry, what can he do? Admittedly, the media are absolutely outrageous, and they did their usual thing of sabotage. They made untrue statements and were vicious in criticizing. So Meghan and Harry decided the safest thing they could do was to exit Britain. They put together a plan to present to the royal family. They could still carry out Commonwealth duties for the Queen, but to live abroad. Plan was to work part-time, but they still expected the security that went with the job. As this was turned down by the palace, the media then had fun terming Meghan as Megxit, which caught on, and Meghan was clearly held responsible for their exit plans. So, what to do? They went ahead with their plans and told the world they would earn their own money and live independently. First to an island in Canada, but it only took 6 weeks for the media to have their journalists flying over their new abode. They moved several times, but could not get rid of the vicious media. They had a lot of sympathy around the world. Eventually, the interest in them bought up many lucrative contracts. Netflix are said to have offered them $100,000 for them to tell their own story, and others followed very quickly. To cut a long story short, now Meghan and Harry are settled in a beautiful California mansion with 2 delightful children. It is said they purchased it with the money Harry had from his mother, but the other story is they paid a deposit and took out a mortgage just like everyone else. Happy ending? Well, we don't know yet, but we hope so.